Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another day in my life video, but this one is going to be a little bit more of like a calm, peaceful day in my life. I've just been feeling overwhelmed lately, so I kind of took a day to just still do work, but also kind of just focus on self-care and do the things that I wanted to around the house and just take it really easy. And today's video is actually sponsored by HelloFresh, which you guys know me and Bradley absolutely love HelloFresh. If you don't know what it is a meal kit delivery service that delivers 3 healthy, easy, delicious meals right to your door. You can pick the delivery date and it comes fully equipped with everything you need to make these meals that they prepare for you, and you just cook them yourself. It comes with a really easy instructional card that is super easy to follow. Comes with exact quantities of everything you need to make that meal. The only thing you are required to provide is salt, pepper, water, and butter. They provide you with everything else, maybe olive oil as well. But it's so fun, and what me and Bradley love about it is that it's kind of like a cooking class each time you do it. We're constantly learning new techniques or new ways to use ingredients we wouldn't have used before. For instance, in the fajita recipe we got in this particular week, made a lime crema sauce that I will be making all the time now. I am obsessed with it. And some of my favorite recipes that I make every week, I've learned from HelloFresh. So I really, truly love this company. I think it's amazing. And if you use my code, which is AmyLBeauty80, you can get $80 off your first month. We'll be cooking an in-depth HelloFresh recipe with you later in this video so you can kind of see how it works. But if you want to go ahead and check it out, I have the link down below. Again, use my code for $80 off and you will love it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this day in my life. I actually started my day with a day bath, which is one of my favorite guilty pleasures. I always feel a little bit naughty doing it, but since I was having more of like a laid back self-care day, I took a bath in the morning. So I'm just running it and I'm putting in some Epsom salts that I infused with essential oils because I've been hiking a lot lately and my body has been sore. So I'm putting in a bunch of Epsom salt, and then I am loving this Lush strawberries and cream bath bomb. I'm gonna buy 10 more. And then after my bath, I got out and I got dressed for the day, did my hair and did my makeup. I will do a morning routine soon, but then I'm doing what I call my diffuser tour, where I go around the apartment and fill up all the diffusers. So the 2 diffusers in the living room, I am filling up with Citrus Fresh. You guys know I love this. I crave it in the mornings. It just helps me get going. This is my Desert Mist diffuser, and then the other diffuser you're going to see in a second is my Dewdrop diffuser. I get asked all the time which one I prefer. I love them both, so you really can't go wrong. Then I'm going to move into the bathroom and diffuse eucalyptus, which has been my favorite for the bathroom. I've been going between eucalyptus and wintergreen. I think they both smell amazing, but they're both really good, like fresh bathroom scents. So I'm just getting that going. And then I am moving into the bedroom to get some Valor going in my new diffuser that I just got in there. Valor is my favorite like daytime blend. It smells so good and relaxing, but I don't know, it's a little bit not as relaxing as lavender. I like to save that for nighttime, but Valor is the best. So I'm just getting that going in the diffuser. Then, even though it was more of like a half a day off, I did have to get a little bit of work done. I edited a video on my 2 ingredient dough bagels, which I will link up in the corner. And then I also had to work on a secret project for a friend, which is not really that secret, but I worked on an editing project for a friend. So I wanted to get my work done and out of the way in the morning, but I did stop for a little dance break to Sierra. That song is my jam right now. It's only April and there's been so much good new music this year and we're not even done. So anyway, I am editing away. As you'll see, those are my little blue light filtering glasses. I'll link them down below. But then after I finished my work, me and Bradley actually walked to lunch. We go to sushi. It's like our favorite thing. And I don't even eat sushi. I just like avocado rolls. So that is what we went out to do. We had peach tea and avocado rolls and they were so freaking good. And yeah, I just love going out to lunch with Bradley. I think it's great that we have the schedules where we can do this and we just catch up, we giggle, we have a good time, and we eat avocado rolls. So yeah, after lunch we actually went to the garden center because if you missed it, or if it should be up by now, but I just did a home haul in which I bought some new pots and I wanted some plants to go into my new pots. So I thought this would be perfect on my day of self-care to go plant shopping, and I picked up some new plants, and I just love being at the nursery. They were playing classical music, and I just was having the best time. So I picked up some new plants, and then I made my way home to my own garden, which needed some tending to. It needed to be watered. So I filled up my jug, and I just watered all the plants. I have, since filming this video, repotted my lime tree. I just did it, I think, yesterday. It looks great. So you'll see that in my garden update eventually. But I have parsley, basil, lime tree, lemon tree, as you can see, and then over on the little like tray thingy I have my one radish that is blooming, my rosemary, and my dill. And these are my favorite pots from Lowe's. They're very inexpensive, but they're like self-watering plants. If you see them, buy them. They're great. But you guys, I'm just so enjoying being outdoors right now. I spent the afternoon the other day doing some clipping in my garden and cleaning everything up. And I have just been out there every day just relaxing since. I am obsessed. And so I was excited to get out there and do some more planting. So these are the 2 plants that I picked up at the nursery. And here are the pots that you will see in my home haul. I don't know anything about this plant yet. I'm making it a point to like learn a lot about each individual plant that I have and then do experiments on how well it does in my home, because I finally learned what my lemon tree likes. I am learning about my fiddle leaf fig tree. I'm learning about the money plant that you see all the way on the right. So I just really want to be informed and know what each plant wants and needs and keep them alive longer. But I'm really pleased with the way this turned out. It's so freaking cute. I love the black and white and then the pink pop. And then I am taking chunks off of my money plant. I watched an Instagram thing on how to do this. I don't know if I did it right. I think I did. So far, so good. But I just wanted to kind of repot some of these money plants because I just love the way they look. It's so interesting. So I'm filling up the 2 little pots with some soil, and then I'm just planting those on up. I like to make sure things are nice and packed in there, especially because it's kind of a more little seedling. It's not a seedling. It's like a littler root, if you will. So I am just packing things in there really nice and tight. It's not graceful. I am making a mess. I make such a mess every time I garden, and Bradley's like, Amy? And I'm like, I will clean it, babe. Don't worry. But yes, I am just potting everything up. And then I'm going to go get a damp paper towel just to wipe off the pots because they will live inside and I like things to look clean, obviously. So I'm just wiping her off. She's so cute, and this is what she looks like. And then the other white and cream pot with the money plant in it, I think they look so good. And I did give them a little water right after I planted those up. And then I am going to plant up this succulent that I also got at the nursery this day. The air plant that I used to have in this pot by the window died, and which I've just recently learned air plants don't like to be right next to the window, so I'll know better for next time. But I'm just putting this beautiful succulent in there. I loved how the pink tint of it matched the pot. And yeah, this is what everything looked like after it was potted up, and I just had the best afternoon doing this. And like I said, I'm just really into plants right now. I also bought this, I don't even know what it's called, but they were good for like cutting flowers. So I bought it, and I'm going to replant it because I mentioned I would like to have a plant where I can cut some flowers for vases in the house. And then I also got this snake plant at the nursery to fill my IKEA basket, and we are obsessed with it. I want a snake plant for every room now. And then this is what the succulent looks like by the window next to my other succulent that is thriving. I need to like cut it and propagate it. But yeah. Then after gardening, it was dinner time, so I pulled out my HelloFresh, and this night we made the chicken over garlic spaghetti, I believe it was called, with roasted tomatoes. This was so good and so simple, and I am going to make this for the rest of my life. It was so freaking good. So as you see, they send you the stuff. You take everything you need out of the bag. They literally supply everything. This is the card that it comes with broken down instructions in order of what you do. And it's just great. So I am starting my pot of water, and I am salting it. Then I'm going to wash the Roma tomatoes, I believe those are. And then I wanted you to cut them up into wedges. I always like to use a serrated knife. Oh, I really stuttered over that word. The bread knife for the tomatoes. I think it cuts through them so well. So there's a kitchen hack from me to you. So I am just wedging those up, and then it asked to put the 2 garlic cloves in like a little 6-inch piece of foil. So you put the cloves whole, you put some olive oil, salt, and pepper. I kind of mixed it around with my hands just to make sure everything was incorporated, and then you kind of bunch up the foil to make a little pouch, and you're gonna bake that with the tomatoes, which I thought was so cool and so delicious. And just wait till you see what we do with it. It was so cool. So then you're just going to line your tomatoes up on the baking sheet, and you're going to drizzle them with olive oil and salt and pepper as well to season them. And then HelloFresh also sends you seasoning packets of certain seasonings for whatever you're cooking. This one was the Tuscan Heat Spice, and it was really good. It smelled like pizza. So it just said to use about, I think, a teaspoon of that to season the tomatoes. Then I plopped the garlic pouch on there, and then I put them in the oven for 25 minutes. I forget at what temperature. It was 400 degrees at 25 to 30 minutes. I'm very excited, as you can see. And then once the water is boiling, I just popped in the spaghetti noodles, and I kind of shoved those down in there. Bradley grilled up the chicken. I don't know if it's grilled. He seared up the chicken, and he put the seasoning on the chicken as well. It smelled so good. And then once the noodles are done, Bradley was testing a noodle. We are going to drain them. And then at that time as well, the tomatoes were out of the oven, and they smelled so good and they tasted so good. And I can't wait to do this with tomatoes all the time now. This is just something I never would have thought about. And now we're crushing the garlic. Isn't that so cool? I've never done this before either. So Bradley's crushing the garlic with a fork, and then it's time to make the sauce, and then we're assembling everything. So you start with a tablespoon of butter, and you get that melted, and then you add in the rest of the seasoning packet, the crushed garlic, and then you're going to mix that together to kind of brown the butter. And then once that is good to go, you're going to squeeze in, I believe, 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. They supplied it in these cute little tubs. And HelloFresh is really good about recycling. Everything is very recyclable, so if you're worried about that aspect of it, don't be, because everything is very clean and recyclable and green. So after that is all mixed up, you add 2 more tablespoons of butter and some of the Parmesan cheese. You reserve some to put on top, but you put some in the sauce as well. Bradley seasoned it with salt and pepper, and you also want to keep some of that pasta water to thin out the sauce. So you kind of add the sauce as you think needed, and then once the sauce is ready, you dump in the noodles. I used my tongs to mix everything up, and that's pretty much it. Now we're ready to assemble. Bradley is slicing up the chicken, which was so good. That seasoning was like spicy but not too spicy. It was so good. So I am plating up the spaghetti, giving it a little twist. Then I am putting the chicken on top, and then we made it pretty by putting the tomatoes all the way around. Of course, you don't have to, make it Pinterest worthy, but I wanted to. Topped it with some shredded Parmesan cheese, and that's it. Isn't that like so simple? And it was so delicious. I couldn't believe how delicious it was for how little ingredients were in it, but it was so simple from start to finish, so delicious. These are ingredients I usually have on hand all the time anyway, so I'm definitely going to be remaking it. And I just love it. You guys, we truly love HelloFresh so much. Bradley just said today how much he misses that we used up all our recipes. So we need to get another box ASAP. But after dinner, we clean the kitchen and do the dishes. We usually do the dishes in shifts. Like I'll do half the dishes while he dries, and then he'll do the other half while I dry. Then I clean the counters. It's just kind of like a group effort, even though he's nowhere in sight right now. I don't know where the hell he is, but I'm sure he's coming. There he is. So we do the dishes together, get the kitchen cleaned up. Just something that's important to me every night. I don't like to wake up to a dish or a sink full of dishes. Then after that, I got ready for bed, and then we have been obsessed with playing Super Mario Party. There is a level on it where you kind of do musical movements with your Joy-Con, and we giggle so much while we play this. It is so fun. I'll link this game down below because I am literally obsessed, and I want to play it right now. So yeah, we spent a good chunk of time doing this, because after we played this game, we played just normal Mario Party. So yeah, it's just kind of a nice relaxing way to end the night. And of course, I won Mario Party, as I always do. Bradley's a very sore loser, but I'm just incredible at this game. There is no beating me as Daisy. But okay guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of calm self-care day in my life. I hope you take a day to just do what you want and reset and refocus. But I love you guys. I'll see you very soon in a new video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.